Hello, everybody. This is an interview where I'm bringing Khun Sirirat. She is an MCC and she's a coach based in Thailand. She's been in the coaching industry for more than a decade now, right? And, 3 years ago was the first time that I met her when I was in Bangkok as well. And today I'm having a short interview with her just to share with you guys the learnings and the teachings from her perspective and from her experience. So, Khun Sirirat, welcome to this interview, and please give a short introduction about who you are and what type of coaching you do.
Yeah. My name is Sirirat, Siriwan. I am based in Bangkok and I am a leadership coach. Yeah, have done this executive and leadership coach for 10 years. Yeah, I also wrote books about coaching in Thai. Yeah, three books of coaching. Yeah, I started the career of coaching as a trainer
Mm.
before, yeah. And after that, I graduate from the school of coaching that approved by ICF. Then I start my coach career actively. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. That's wonderful to know. My next question is that I'm always interested in the background story of why we became a coach and what made us become a coach. In my experience over the last 5 years, all the coaches that I've met, there is some event, some story, something that happens in our life. Maybe it's something that happened in our personal life or something in our career that inspires us to become a coach. So I'm really interested to know what was that event in your life that made you want to become a coach?
Yeah. I think it's about, I think when I start joining the school, yeah, as a participant to learn about brain-based coaching, I just saw the poster, a poster that posts on Facebook is about the brain. And because it talk about the brain and coaching, and actually I have a background that I actually learned about coaching before when I work, yeah, in one organization as a full-time employee. Yeah, and I found that coaching is very helpful, and I apply for my colleagues and also my subordinates when I moved to another organization. And when I opened my own organization, I saw that poster. It mentioned about the brain, and I'm curious to learn. And it's good that there is a brain the research uh, link to the knowledge of coaching. This make me feel like that's one is something that I need to join.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the journey begin.
Okay, very interesting. It's interesting that you talk about the brain and brain-based coaching, right? Like I've been a student of this area for many, many years, and like you, I'm very intrigued to know more about this area as well. So that brings me to my next question. So, what kind of problems do you solve for your clients specifically?
Leadership, yeah, leadership competencies. Most of my clients, they are corporate organizations, so they have leaders, and the point is, the leaders, for example, they are talent, and they can be promoted to do more challenging job, yeah. But they lack of something,
Hmm.
some leadership skills. For example, how to manage their emotion
Hmm.
or how to manage their team. Yeah. And how to be more, how can I say, handle the difference better, this kind of things. Yeah. So different kind of areas in leadership. Yeah. But the point is, it's always go back to the self mastery part.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Very
the center
interesting.
of everything. Yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Like, my interpretation of this thing is that, I often say this to my wife as well. If we master ourselves, if we are happy and fulfilled with ourselves, we treat people better, right? Whether that is our colleagues or our family member or our spouse. So, when you say about self-mastery, like if you could, elaborate a little bit more, what type of issues or challenges have you noticed often in the corporate space, and how do you help your clients to overcome that?
Yeah. The awareness of the blockage. Yeah. The interference that they have had. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard for them to go deeper inside themselves. Even they have a good supervisor who can provide feedback. The
Mm,
point is how to make them discover by themselves. Because people can give feedback, give the share with them the expectation, but the exploration inside themselves create much more impact.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is why coaching is critical because it's the intervention process that encourage people to go deeper inside themselves as they feel free.
Hmm.
They feel safe, they discover more. Not only about the blockages, it's also the potentials, the
Mm,
hidden potentials. And with the safe space, they become able to bring the better version of themselves to the world.
hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
It's very, this actually reminds me of one of the key lessons that I learned when I took the ICF coach training 5 years ago. And one of the things that was mentioned was, as a coach, we need to have a very strong belief in our coachee's ability, right? Like you mentioned, for them to self-explore and introspect and all these things. So I'm curious to know, as a coach, what are your top three beliefs that you think is helping you to, coach your clients and resolve their issues at a deep level?
Yeah. I believe that I am, how can I say, invisible. Yeah,
Okay.
it seemed to be deep, but the point is when I start studying about coaching, I learned that a coach is an invisible partner of their clients. So for myself, I perceive myself as invisibility.
Mm,
But when people when people hear about invisibility, they sometimes think that, oh, that means you are someone who lack of the purpose or something. No, invisibility is the power because it means we become selfless, and when we become we are free from self, we see things clear. This is the way I perceive or I believe. I believe that I am invisible, especially
mm.
in the coaching conversation and coaching process, so that my clients will be visible.
Oh, that's very deep.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
I never heard this perspective before, but thank you for sharing that. So, you're saying you're an invisible partner that helps them to become more visible. Am I correct?
Yeah, they are actually visible. But
Huh.
the point is, they will become shining. Yeah, they will shine more. Their
Hmm.
potential will be seen more. That
Right.
means I don't need to share. I will not share the advice except
Right.
they asking and it's necessary.
Yeah.
give that advice, but normally in the peer coaching conversation, I perceive myself as a student of my client.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not a teacher, they are my teacher. So my purpose is just making them aware that they are my teacher.
Mm.
Yeah, because when they feel safe, they speak more. When they speak more and they feel safe, they gain acknowledgement, understanding, empathy. They become able to link, their brain will work better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and function well to link the information, and they can come up with the discovery, the new ideas, this kind of thing. I'm just learn from them. Yeah, I'm study and learn from them and curious and ask them a question. So I think I'm just only a student of my client.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the
Mm-hmm.
same way as when I said invisibility. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to show my experience. I will not show my belief. Yeah, I will my belief in terms of the theory, the paradigm, this kind of thing. I will put them aside to be
Yeah.
invisible. Just be present with them. When we are present, we are selfless.
Right, right. Very
Yeah.
interesting. This is a like for me personally, it's a very contrasting approach. Like for me, the kind of coaching that I do, I'm not in the leadership and executive space. So I'm helping new coaches, as you might know, I'm helping new coaches to get clients and grow their business. So for my coaching, is like a combination of many things. It's a combination of a little bit of consulting, it's a combination of coaching because as we go along the process, I notice that they have limiting beliefs or conflicts or things that are stuck in their mind. So I use my coaching skills to help them overcome that. So this is a very different approach, but I'm glad that you're sharing it. So thank you so much for that. So that brings me to my final point. Many of the people who are in my group and in our network, they are interested in becoming an executive coach. Many of them have just recently become a coach certified by ICF or NLP or any other certifying authority. And they want to know more about how do you get into the executive and leadership coaching space. So what would be your advice to new coaches who want to become successful in the leadership and executive coaching area?
Yeah. Use your strength. Yeah. Passion is the key. But anyway, business and coaching is different.
Mm-hmm.
In business, you need to be wise as well. But when we begin the career, for me, no one teach me. I just use my strength, and my strength is writing. So
Mm.
I wrote a lot of articles in Thai and English, a lot, maybe
Mm-hmm.
hundreds of them. Yeah, and I got the client from my writing.
Mm.
Yeah, and especially the during the past 10 years, not many people know much about coaching when I come into this business.
Yeah.
So I educate people through my writing. Someone believe that oh people don't know about coaching, so this will be the obstacle for them
Mm.
to grow the coaching business. But for me, it's the opportunity.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's good. The people don't know about coaching, so I will educate people about coaching, and it works very well. But anyway, after there are so many coach in Thailand now, yeah. Anyway, the strategy need to be changed, and things that used to work might not work anymore. So I need
Yeah.
to be just adaptive
Mm-hmm.
and struggling a bit at some point of my career. But anyway, I grow from my pain.
Mm.
Yeah. and become more selfless. And this will help very much about my perception of business and become more happy at the same time when I do business. So utilize your strength, believe in what you have, the background, everything. Don't focus on the just the oh there are too many coaches, this kind of
Mm,
things. How can I find? Don't just be humble.
yeah.
Be humble, but anyway, still maintain self-esteem.
This is
Yeah.
so true and it's so powerful. And my interpretation of what you just said is when we focus on our strength, we are showing the world who we really are. And what I found over the last 4.5 years in my career as a coach is when we show who we really are, magically somehow we tend to attract the right clients who are the right fit for us. I don't know if you have had this experience. Like it has happened so many times for me, and many of my existing clients, I would not say everybody, but most of my existing clients have come through that, either through watching some video that I did or some article where, just like you said, showing your strength, expressing your strength, and expressing who you really are. So, thank you so much for sharing that. And I don't really have any other questions, but if you have any other thing that you would like to share for people who are watching, because most of the people who are going to be watching this interview are going to be either new coaches just starting their career as a coach, or they have already got a few clients they want to grow as a coach. So, anything else that you want to share to them?
Yeah. I want them to coach themselves regularly. Because I work with so many coaches, not just only Thailand. When I do MCC, I need to practice a lot.
Yeah,
So I have the chance to practice with so many coaches around the world. And coach yourself too.
yeah,
Yeah, as you said, I saw your passion. I observed your way of life, your passion shown very clear about your desire to support the coach to be successful.
yeah,
I saw you work very hard, and I agree with you. Just be authentic
yeah,
and continue to coach to be a role model, because even we don't try to teach the clients, sometimes the clients observe us and use us as the inspiration. So if the new coach, they fall in love with coaching, the same feeling that I had before. Yeah, if you fall in love with something good, but at the same time you your the most important client is not only your clients, is you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
need to coach yourself very well to unlock yourself, otherwise you will get trapped in the challenging situation in the market. But if you coach yourself, you be free, you are free from the feeling of self. Yeah, become more wise and present, you will see things clear. So
Absolutely.
coach yourself through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I
Yeah, and
remember,
authentic. Be
yeah,
authentic. Yeah.
absolutely. So true. I totally agree. And, I just have something in my mind. It's a memory. I wasn't planning on talking about this, but because you brought this up, I want to share this to you and people watching. So when I was in my ICF coach certification in Bangkok, that was in 2017, like 4.5 years ago. Uh, I remember, I think it was day 2 or day 3. I asked a question to my facilitator. I asked him, do you coach yourself? And looking back, I think that was a stupid question, but at the time I wanted to know it. So he told me that, Akib, you are your number one client. Like if you don't coach yourself, if you don't constantly improve yourself, you will not be able to become the best coach that you can be. And I think it's so fundamentally true. And
Yeah.
I am very interested. Like one of the things that you talked about passion, right? One of the things that I also interested and passionate about is to find commonalities between different school of thought. Like for coaching, law of attraction, or brain-based coaching, meditation, spirituality. I like to find patterns that are common in different fields. And one of the things that I've noticed is when we coach ourselves, we are in a positive state most of the time, right? Things happen, we might get depressed or sad or angry or whatever, but most of the time it helps us to be in a good state of mind. And when we are in a good state of mind, our energy is good, our energy is positive. So vibration is a good vibration. So that tends to attract good things and good people to us. And I believe that that's such a fundamental part of attracting clients as well, because when we are in a good state and we are in a good vibration, we are in a good energy, so that brings us good clients. So I think it's a circular thing, like it relates one thing to the other. And yeah, I totally agree. Coaching ourselves and constantly improving ourselves, finding what are the beliefs, what are the thoughts that keep us stuck or derail our progress, and improving ourselves, such a fundamental part of growing as a coach. So thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you.
it was wonderful talking with you again.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.